Hello, welcome to Steady Bro. My name is OT and I'm your bro for life. Now, today we'll be looking at glucose. Glucose is the breakdown product of carbohydrate. It's also the preferred energy source of the body. Now, the body breaks down glucose in two ways: aerobically and anaerobically. So the anaerobic pathway is what we call glycolysis, and the body breaks down glucose into pyruvate and lactic acid. From this process, we get ATP, adenosine triphosphate. ATP is the Usain Bolt, the Mo Farah of the human organism. It just keeps things running. The aerobic pathway involves oxygen, goes through this circular pathway known as the Krebs cycle. Within the Krebs cycle, we're able to produce more ATP. We do not necessarily have to have glucose directly to be able to produce ATP. The body has other ways of generating glucose. In the fed states, when there is food in your body, there is a lot of carbs and sugar floating about. Insulin goes up and it drives sugar into the different tissues for them to be used to produce energy and perform cellular functions, right? When you're in the unfed state and your sugar levels are low, glucagon goes up. It drives the body into a catabolic pathway to increase the glucose level of the body. To do this, the body undergoes a process known as gluconeogenesis. Gluco, sugar, new, genesis, beginning. So the beginning of a new glucose. The body does this in three ways: lipolysis, glycogenolysis, proteinolysis. So glycogenolysis, breakdown of glycogen to glucose. One might ask, where does this glycogen come from? When there's a lot of sugar around, body is getting all the energy it requires. It does save some into your liver in the form of glycogen. The body converts this glycogen it stored previously back into glucose for usage. Secondly, we have lipolysis, where the body converts fat into glucose. Now, this is not a direct pathway thing. There are stages. The body takes fats, converts it into glycerol. From the glycerol, it makes glucose again. Then we have proteinolysis, where the body takes protein, it breaks it down into amino acids. Then through pyruvates, we get back to glucose. I hope this is making sense so far. When glucose levels are too low, this is known as hypoglycemia, but this is normally reserved for diabetics. You cannot be hypoglycemic if you're not diabetic. When this is the case for diabetics, they are sometimes more irritable, they get easily pissed off, their heart palpitates, they might look a bit pale, they might be anxious, they might be shaky. So what have we learned so far? The body requires glucose to function. Through glucose, we produce ATP, which is the fuel of the body. When the body requires glucose, it has three ways of getting it: proteinolysis, lipolysis, and glycogenolysis. Proteinolysis, we break down protein to get glucose. Lipolysis, we break down fats to get glucose. And glycogenolysis, we break down glycogen to get glucose. I hope you found this useful. If there are areas you would like me to improve upon, please bring that to my notice in the comment sections, and I'll be willing to work in those aspects. Thanks. Cheers. OT, Steady Bro.